Have you ever waited and waited for something you believed God promised you, but nothing changed? Maybe you've been praying for a breakthrough for years, but all you hear is silence. You feel forgotten. You wonder if you misunderstood God, or worse, if He changed His mind. Abraham knew exactly how that felt. His story is not just about faith, it's about the pain of waiting. The doubts that grow when time stretches on, and the God who works behind the scenes, even when we can't see it. This is the story of Abraham and the God who works in silence. Abraham, then called Abram, was 75 years old, living comfortably in Haran, when God spoke to him for the first time. "Leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and all peoples on earth will be blessed through you." It was a bold call, and a bigger promise. No children, no heirs, but God said He would become the father of nations. So, Abraham went. He packed up his family, his tents, his servants, and stepped into the unknown. He traveled through Canaan, down to Egypt, and back again, trusting that God would fulfill His word. But as the years passed, the silence grew louder. Still no child, still no sign. Abraham began to question, "What can you give me, Lord, since I remain childless?" And God told him, "Look up at the sky and count the stars. So shall your offspring be." And Abraham believed Him. But belief doesn't erase the ache. Faith doesn't silence the ticking clock. Sarah, Abraham's wife, had grown tired of waiting too. She said to him, "Take my servant, Hagar. Maybe I can build a family through her." And Abraham agreed. Hagar gave birth to a son, Ishmael. But instead of peace, the house was filled with tension. Sarah was bitter. Hagar felt used. Ishmael was caught in the middle. And Abraham was left wondering if this was how the promise would be fulfilled. But it wasn't. Years passed again, until one day, 3 strangers arrived at Abraham's tent. Mysterious, radiant, messengers of God. They said, "Where is your wife, Sarah?" Then they spoke a promise. "This time next year, Sarah will have a son." Sarah, hidden behind the tent, laughed, not out loud, but deep inside. She was nearly 90. "Abraham, 100. She whispered, "After I am worn out, and my husband is old, will I now have this pleasure?" But the Lord heard, and He said, "Why did Sarah laugh? Is anything too hard for the Lord?" And sure enough, just as God had promised, a year later, Sarah gave birth to Isaac. Sarah said, "God has brought me laughter, and all who hear this will laugh with me." After 25 years of silence, doubt, and waiting, God fulfilled His word. Abraham's story teaches us something we all need to hear. Waiting is not punishment. Delay is not denial. And silence is not absence. We live in a world that rushes everything. Instant results, quick answers, fast breakthroughs. But God often moves in slow, deliberate seasons. Because He's not just preparing the blessing, He's preparing us. Think about it. If Isaac had come the next year, Sarah might have believed it was just luck. Abraham might have thought it was from his own doing. But after 25 years of delay, there was no doubt it was God. Sometimes, the longer the wait, the greater the glory. While Abraham was wondering, God was shaping his faith. While Sarah was crying, God was developing her testimony. And while they both felt forgotten, God was setting the stage for a miracle. So let me ask you, are you in a season of waiting? Waiting for healing? For answers? For something to finally shift? What if this season isn't about what you're waiting for, but about who you're becoming while you wait? Abraham didn't wait perfectly. He doubted. He made mistakes. He laughed. But he never walked away. And in the end, God kept every word he spoke. So now the question is, what is your season of waiting revealed about your faith and about God? Let your story speak, because someone else is still in their waiting room, and your story might help them believe again.